Good morning, Bobby Lee here with Hurricane Creek Farms. Should have another good one for you today. We wait for the sun to come up and we can get a few more chores done. But please give the video a thumbs up, give it a like, we appreciate that. If you're new here or you haven't subscribed yet, we appreciate that even more. But let's get after it. Okay, so you see we got the horses all in their stalls and all eating. Donkeys, they're picking on that little bit of hay I threw them. Throw them some more in a minute. We got out here and feed the cows. Got a lot of things to do today, of course. I always say that, I know. Gonna be a nice day. I'm bundled up more than I should be because overnight low is only like 55, but the wind is howling. So I don't know. You can always tell when we got a good south wind because the barn floor gets pretty much swept clean. You know, everything blowing out the other side. That and the fact that overnight low was 55 tells you we probably had a south wind. But get out here and get the cows a little feed. So looks like most of the cows came up down through there. We'll try to get a head count on all of them, see who all actually came up. I think, yeah, there's our calf that we give the bottle to every morning. So we'll do that for her as well. Got her pretty well trained where she comes to it now. But get them counted and checked on. All right, so getting baby her breakfast. But as we sit here and do that, I did not make it home for lunch yesterday, so I really haven't seen things in the daylight in, well, almost 24 hours, about 7 o'clock yesterday. So anxious to see if we had any new ones either yesterday or overnight last night, but shouldn't be more than another 30-45 minutes from being able to do that. I believe that is the last of the hay, practically speaking, we got in the feeders, which is fine. We were going to definitely put out hay today anyway, just because I am off, got the time, and it's going to rain tomorrow, so probably wait till this afternoon till they get the rest of that cleaned up, and then make plans to put out 6 or 7 rolls in all these feeders. All right, there's one of the newer calves. Actually, I think that is the one that was kind of born in the last video. I guess we didn't capture the actual birth, but was born and we had him in there. Yeah, there's his mom. So, but it does not look like we had any calves yesterday or through the night. Good weather for it though, awfully mild, but we're gonna ride through them, check just a little closer, and then I gotta get to town. My wife's went to drop the kids off. She's gonna pick me up on her way back home. The farm truck has got a power steering pump issue and I don't know what all else. We're dropping it off with the mechanic, get it checked out, but I've got about 10 minutes before I need to be headed that way. Hey Cal, what you doing, Cal? All right, right there you'll see that is our newest calf. I'm trying to remember. I guess it was born Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Today's Wednesday. But tiny little things, doing well. But sometimes I think we almost overemphasize, especially with beef cattle. You know, everybody promoting low birth weight Cavanese bulls, which Cavanese bulls are great, especially for heifers. But you know, with all these low birth weight calves, like that little thing, I mean, we didn't weigh it, but I mean, it didn't weigh 50 pounds. So we're getting ready to buy another bull. That's one thing we kind of been looking at. We're probably going to go more, we don't want to go too extreme, but more of a moderate, you know, calving ease. We're still having a decent sized calf. It's going to grow off better. But I say all that, if we do that and then next year I'm pulling calves all winter and spring, I may be cussing this decision. But anyway, they're all pretty content. So they got a little hay left over there, maybe in a couple of feeders. Let them clean that up and then get some hay put out later on. We gotta get to town. And I did bring a tag with me on the chance that we did find a new calf. Didn't. You know, I made the bold prediction in the last video that we would have a calf that day before we got done filming. Don't know that I feel that bold today. But we have 3 or 4 that are gonna go, I would say, within the next 72 hours, the next 3 days. Maybe 1 or 2 today, but we'll see. I think we have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 25 cows left to calve. Should all happen over the next 55 days or so, and then we'll be done. But anyway, we're ready if we have one. Okay, there is our eagle right there. I don't know how much you can see it. I know I can zoom in with this camera, but I can't figure out how. I don't know what the problem is. And it wouldn't start. It was flying. I don't know. Yeah, we might just have a couple of resident eagles now. Oh gosh, there's the other one right there. See that? It's right there on that limb. So, yeah, just a couple of eagles hanging out. They may be a fixture in every video from now on. Would be fine with me if that were so. We'll see if I can figure out this zoom. So there's one right there. And then just over here in the big cottonwood, there's the other one. So, pretty neat. Our eagles are just hanging out. But, you see Sadie is doing a little grazing there. Our grass out here in this bottom really I'll be continually annoyed by this buttercup, but that's okay. Grass is coming on. It's what, oh, it's 6-8 inches tall in some spots. Pretty neat with those eagles. There's one down there in that big cottonwood, which I'm sure you can't see on camera, and then one right over here in one of these trees. I really don't want to disturb them, so we just kind of rode right down the middle of the bottom. Really amazed. By far the closest I've gotten to them. More or less just out of necessity because I had to get over here. We were within 100 yards of the one. Never spooked, never flew off, so pretty cool. But what we're about to do, so here's the property line, the fence. Got a nice opening between this tree and this tree. Big enough we can get the tractor through here. Wherever we want to go over there to clip the pasture, spray, whatever. So we're gonna cut the fence. I brought this old gate down here. I'm gonna kind of try to repurpose it, really light duty. We had replaced a couple of double gates with some newer ones. It's not big enough to totally fill what's, the opening here, but so I don't know, we may or may not actually end up using that here, but just a way for us to be able to get back and forth, and we're gonna get over and work on some fences. Created our opening there. That gate there, as you probably can't even appreciate, not quite wide enough to span the gap, but we're not worried about it because we don't have cows back here yet. Anyway, eventually we'll come up with some way to fashion that up where we can close them off, where they're just over there or in here and can't go over there, vice versa kind of thing. But they had actually, before we bought the cows and started renting pasture, previous tenant we bought the cows from, had already fixed all the fences on the other side of the creek. They didn't on this side just because they don't really have a good way to get over here. So we're gonna patch these real quick and look at the creek crossing because we're gonna need to put in a water gap, but probably won't get to that today. No major issues on these fences really. You can see kind of what we got right here. One thing I'm not crazy about is just 4 strands, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a couple broken there. We'll tie back, and then they could walk out right there. We can see those 2 wires, and then I guess bottom one. No, yeah, that's just really loose. But we'll get those tied back together. I prefer a 5-strand fence on, especially around the perimeter, which this is. But for these mature cows, some of which have been on this property their entire lives, but they're not a real big escape risk. Wouldn't trust these fences so much like those stocker steers. I actually ran into an exact scenario last summer, I guess. Where we had a 4-strand fence. It was a new fence, but it was just 4 wires, and they were just stuck their head through, and it's kind of one of those grass is green on the other side kind of thing. The neighbor had a little field there that they weren't mowing. It had some nice Johnson grass on it. But anyway, and get a few of these wires tied back together. I got another one broken here where it was previously tied there. We'll get that back up there and we'll move on. Piece of wire here. Got a little longer than I needed. Through there, if I don't flatten that out just a bit. There we go. Do have a wire stretcher over there we could use. Get that absolutely tight, but I think I like that. All right. Function over beauty. And we got around the fence on pretty much all this bottom thing up to here. And here you can see is where there was once a creek crossing with this culvert, but obviously all the dirt got washed off of it. Not all of it, still a little there, but the fence runs up along this side of the creek here and then crosses the creek down there. And you can kind of see where the property line, or where at least the pasture perimeter is up there. The creek crossing is non-existent. We're going to probably work on that another day. It's, well, my wife just texted me. It's not even 10 o'clock, 9:55. So I need to run back into town, to the other part of town, I guess I should say, get oil and filters for the tractor, change the oil on it in the coming days or weeks. My dad, they are out of protein tubs on their place, and so I'm gonna pick up tubs for them while I'm in town. So I was like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that. And then I guess, I don't know, we may actually get to doing some more of this stuff this afternoon. Got to get some hay put out too. I don't think those other fellows are going to be able to deliver that hay to me today because I haven't heard from them. If they did, that would kind of take priority, but we're going to head back towards the house now. All right, so made it back from another trip to town. Got a pallet full of tubs for Dad. Got oil and filter for the tractor. Even got cable, which is how we're going to suspend our water gap across the creek. I think we're going to hang a panel from that. Gonna get unhooked from this trailer, drop those here for them. I don't think their tractor with forks on it is loaded right now. And then I don't know what we're going to do. We got to go put out hay at some point because it's not even, it's right at noon. May have time to actually get that oil changed on that tractor. We'll see. Well, a change of plans. You can see I've got my oil filter, my tractor backed up. Heck, I even got the manual out just to be sure we don't miss anything. And as I'm letting it warm up for a minute before we drain the oil out, I'm like, I'm gonna grab my tools. Tools are in the farm truck. Farm truck is in town with the mechanic. So, looks like we won't be changing oil this afternoon. So, always something. And I thought about the truck. It's like, is there anything in the truck that I'm really going to need the next day or two? I didn't think there was. I really didn't think I would get to doing this job today as far as changing the oil. So, we're not going to get to changing it. So, not a big deal. We got everything we need to change it. That was really my biggest objective today, was just have it so I can do it this weekend or whatever. But with that said, I guess we might as well put some hay out. So I was going to change the oil, then put the hay out. But now we might as well get on to the hay put out. Really, the only tool I need to change the oil is, I guess, just a wrench to get the drain plug out and back in after we get the oil drain out. But I don't have any wrenches, none that big. I've got some smaller wrench sets like in the house, but and I could run and borrow one pretty easily, pretty quickly, but it wasn't imperative that we get that changed today, so not a big deal. But this also highlights why I wanted a farm truck separate from the black truck that kind of more or less given to my wife. because it never failed. Every time she would be gone to a horse show for a weekend, I would need something out of the truck, because I mean, it's like, you know, one of the laws of nature that no matter what you get out of there, you think you can grab everything that you're going to need, you know, until you get the vehicle back. There's always something you forget about or overlook. So anyway, again, not a big deal. We'll do that oil change probably this weekend. Haven't had the drone out in a while and filmed anything, but as you can kind of tell from back here, we've kind of been feeding hay all over. Don't get too much on that hillside right beside the house, just very steep, although we did have some there earlier in the year. But what we're trying to do is use this to kind of spread out our manure, spread out our nutrients. Just the hay and the waste that's left behind. See, there's a lot of broom sage in some of this hay. You know, build up the soil maybe in some of these poorer areas, or just spread the manure around. You know, I don't know how much we're going to be able to afford to fertilize this year anyway. So if we can, you know, and we're always naturally using the manure because they're spreading it for us, but kind of spreading it out around. You can see up here that lounge on these hilltops spread pretty well. So does it make a huge difference? I don't know, but that's kind of one of the things, you know, we're trying to do a little bit strategically. We've been lucky this winter. It's been dry enough. I mean, it's very dry right now. It's dusty even. You know, we haven't run out of just good places to feed for that reason. We have had years in the past when it just would not stop raining, where the entire pasture just gets so wrecked and muddy, we almost need to move them to a different one. So we've had the benefit of that. Guess this will be 4 rolls we put out, so we can get 3 more. But yeah, a little bit of an explanation as to why we spread it out kind of like we do. These hillsides sometimes are a little poorer ground than the bottoms, and so try to kind of feed it on them as well. But make a big difference? I don't know, but makes us feel like we are. Take this opportunity to look at some of these girls, see how far we look to be from calving. There's our newest calf. So this one right here, closest Hereford to us. Okay, I think she might be the next one. DW71, yeah. Look, really bagged up. What's more important is the vulva. Very swollen, very red, swollen. Pretty good indicator. Just to compare her maybe to a couple of others here. So 504 there, of course, a different breed, but not really a lot going on as far as any swelling back there yet. This one right here, so comparing Hereford to Hereford, actually about the same age. Vulva really not swollen at all. Really not much of a bag either. But in my experience, judging them just off of how much of a bag or an udder they're making can be a little misleading. Some of them will really start bagging up a month out. Others, it may just be the day before. But when you really start to see their female, their lady parts, their other lady parts, the vulva getting swollen and red, that usually means, yeah, we're getting there. Things are happening. Another one here, maybe a little more so than that last one, but still not a lot. Of course, some of these have already calved. She's one lost a calf. She might try to kill me here. Whoop. Hey, what's up? She normally doesn't get too much like, whoa. Well, I was gonna say she normally doesn't get like that until you either have her hemmed up, like must be something in the water right now, or until she has a baby on the ground. So she is making a bag, but I think she calved like late March of last year, so she's probably got a few more weeks. It'd be tough for her to have one. She could have one 11 months apart. That wouldn't be unheard of, but some of these others, a little swollen here, not a lot. Not much going on at all there. She's already had a calf. Here, yeah, not a lot going on. So anyway, yeah, DW71 is my official prediction, although she's pretty close to 905. She has really made a bag. I don't know, it may be a tie on who I think will go first. That'll be a good contest. I don't really know, it's just a toss-up. Comment below 905, the one we just looked at, or DW71. Who is going to be the next one to calve? Give you another good look. That's 905, obviously, with her tag all upside down. Vulva pretty swollen. Her bag, she has really made a bag. Again, I just told you don't be too mesmerized by the bag, but her bag makes it look like she may definitely be the next one. What is DW71? Be her right there. No, it's not her. That one does have a little swelling. Go find her and we'll get another look. Well, I don't know where DW71 went. She may have walked on off up there. There's like 3 Herefords of that ring. But you can rewind, go back, watch, get another good look at her. So who you think will go first? Some of these ladies could even be next, but the contest will be just between those two, DW71 and 905. Here's what we'll do. Comment below which one you think will go next. And whichever one is first of those two, we'll take everybody who got it right, because inevitably, we'll just 50-50. Hopefully all of you are commenting. There'll be multiple correct answers. We'll draw a name out of those correct answers and send you a hat. Hurricane Creek Farms. But let's go back on the tractor. We've got 2 or 3 more rolls to put out. We'll have this checked off the to-do list. Here's what we'll do on the contest too, because I guess I need to say when the cutoff is. We'll cut it off this coming Sunday, which would be, today's February the 16th, so it's not like Monday was the 14th, so 20th, I guess. Yeah, I think that's right. 20th at noon Central. This video, it's Wednesday right now, I should have it up by tomorrow afternoon, Thursday afternoon, so that's going to give you what, like 3 days? Yeah, basically 3 days to watch this, make a comment. I think it's going to be 905. Now, do with that what you may. I'm probably going to be wrong, so whatever. But what does worry me is it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, or at least a big rain event. I don't know if it's going to rain all day or it's coming real hard and fast. And then be like 20s tomorrow night, so it's not real good calving weather. And if I was predicting, I would say they're both going to go, maybe even another 1 or 2 in the next 24 hours. So that's not ideal. You know, I told you not to get mesmerized. Now the reason I say 905, and I'm doing exactly what I told you not to do, getting mesmerized by her bag or udder. She started bagging up a couple of weeks ago, but like when I just saw her just now, like she has really bagged up a lot more just in the last 24 hours, so we'll see. With that said, it's probably gonna about wrap it up for this video. I gotta get this roll dropped and do one more. Actually, I'm gonna take this one over there, talking and not paying attention. Bring one of those other rolls right here. We gotta wrap it up for this video. So got a little fencing done. Went and got our stuff to get our oil changed. Thought we were gonna get it changed there for a moment. Didn't happen, but maybe doing that in the next video. Checking on some new baby calves, because we'll no doubt have some to buy then. But appreciate you watching. Appreciate you checking out the Talk Dirt to Me podcast. And I've mentioned that a bunch lately, but really encourage you to do that if you listen to podcasts. You can find it anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Appreciate y'all watching. We're closed in on 2,000 subscribers. Seems crazy. And there I lost some. But we'll restaurant spirit. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate you subscribing. Thank you very much. We'll probably maybe do another neat giveaway of some kind when we hit that 2,000 mark. I think we're right at 1,900 or so right now. But y'all remember what we always say: eat beef and God bless. That's what we want y'all to do. Have a good one.